Like so many explorers of the day, Forbes and Montgomery insisted on using horses when travelling through the inland deserts of Australia. But had they used one of these, a camel, they would have been a lot better off. Not only do they need less water, but they've got these. A split in the pad, which makes it a lot easier when moving through rocky outcrops and over the desert sand. So when it comes to movement, these animals say,
It might not sound like much, but boars are the lifeblood of a farm. Only it's not blood they pump, it's water. And without water, the stock could easily die. Time to identify the problem. During dry periods, groundwater levels can easily drop. So my first step was to ascertain just how deep the water was sitting.
I'm going to measure the depth using this. It's a plumb line, weight on one end and measurement all the way along. We drop it down. When it hits the water, we know how much water we're dealing with. Pretty straightforward, but you do have to know what you're doing. And down she goes. If you want to keep a property like this green, you need to have your bores working properly. Chicken got caught in the tape and it's gone. Oh, shit. Shit. It's dead. Now, right next to me here is an insect. Now, don't be surprised if you can't see him, because he has excellent camouflage. There he is. Oh, he was here a second ago. Well, if he was here, he'd look a lot like that there. And you wouldn't be able to see him because he looks like a stick. Fantastic camouflage, isn't it? I'll just put him back. Well, that's not actually it. If he was here, I'd put him back.
But enough of the nature walk.
I tell you what, it doesn't take long for word to get around that Russell Coight is in town. A couple of hours ago, I received this photograph. It's of a brush-tail possum that, oh, shit, someone's got caught in their laundry. And as you can see, it's a big one. Very big one. So, it looks like it's Coight to the rescue.
Whether in their home or yours, dealing with wild animals requires experience and knowledge. Luckily, I had both in spades. I also had a spade, so all bases were covered.
What type is he?
Oh, he's big and he's got a fluffy tail.
Sounds like a brush tail to me. Did the right thing, because they can be pretty dangerous. Oh, ow. OK, you stay here, and let's see if we can't find this little fella. OK. Oh, yeah, there he is, right there. Do you mind if I close this?
Sure.
Ow. Ow. Where's the button? Oh. Oh, yep, he's a big one. Time for you to come out. OK, give him the old one. OK, got his claws on. 2, 3. Ooh. They grow back. They're a very special breed of animal that tails grow back. I'll just leave that there for now. I'll just go and get something out of the car, but... Sorry.
With that pesky possum now safely rehoused, it was time for me to get moving.
There's your underpants as well. What a lot of people don't realise is that this whole area is full of bush tucker. Not only mud crabs, but oysters, prawns, and of course, fish. So in a survival situation, it's just a matter of keeping your eyes open, and if you see something edible, grab it.
Ah! Oh! Ah! You're right, hang on. He doesn't want to let go, mate. I don't think he's going to let go.
G'day, Min, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Russell Coight.
Hello.
You got yourself a bit of a snake problem.
We have. I think it's in the shed.
How do you know?
The dog's been barking all morning.
This dog?
This is Reg.
Hello, Reg. How are you? Nice to meet you. OK, this is dangerous business. Let's be really careful. Keep your distance, OK?
Yeah, sure.
Ow.
OK?
Yep.
Come on, Reg.
They say a friend in need is a friend indeed. And this friend sure needed a little help with an uninvited viper. Snakes tend to like warm, dry places and will often crawl in to take advantage of somewhere like this. They're not too hard to get rid of, but you gotta find them first. Seems like this fella was playing hide and seek. Well, two can play at that game.
Got him. It's a brown. It's a big one. See if I can't get in the position. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh. He's gone. There he's gone up. Heard the noise and just give that a bit of a tug. Yeah. Of the top 10 deadliest snakes in the world, the top 4 are found right here in Australia. Not only that, the toxicity of those top 4 is 20 times stronger than the bottom 6 combined. So to put that another way, if you were bitten by one of the top 4 from Australia, or God forbid all of them, you would die 20 times faster than if you were bitten by a snake from the bottom 6 from overseas. Not that you could be bitten by a snake from overseas in Australia. Imagine there were 2 snakes biting 2 different people at the same time. If you were in Australia, you would die 20 times faster than the person from overseas because the toxicity is a hell of a lot stronger than an overseas snake compared to an Australian one. So when it comes to dying from snake bite, Australia is number 1. Not that that's a good thing, it's a bad thing, but if you are going to get, not that you would want to get bitten, you would do it, well, you wouldn't get bitten at all if you had the choice, but if you did, it's better that it happens overseas than not here in Australia, because they're very venomous.
Step 1 is to identify and then dig in as many burrows as you can find. This will help seal up the warren in preparation for stage 2. High pressure liquid petroleum gas, pumped directly into the ground.
What I'm doing here is fixing the problem at the source. Underneath me is a very big rabbit warren. If we get rid of that, the rabbits will move on to greener pastures.
With the last of the holes safely sealed, it was time to get serious.
Okay, you guys can get right back. This area is hot. Keep going, keep going.
LPG is highly combustible, and even though the detonation would take place safely below ground, I didn't want to be taking any chances.
And it's bye-bye, bunny. It's gone there. Yeah, hi. Yeah, what happened was you had some burrows underneath the house that you didn't tell me about. I won't hang around for a cup of tea or a piece of cake.
This is sheep country. Round here, public enemy number 1 is the cunning old fox.
Okay.
These feral creatures cause untold damage to stock, and farmers are always happy to see their numbers reduced. Just a question of spotting the telltale eyes and taking aim.
That was a sheep.
Yeah. Sometimes foxes sound like sheep, okay?
I never miss the opportunity to drop into local schools whenever I get the opportunity.
Who knows why teachers have crossed eyes? Because they can't control their pupils.
Is there anything better than putting a smile on the face of a young child? I don't think so. But enough clowning around, it was time to teach.
You don't try and hurt a snake, it won't try and hurt you. Never forget that. Enough about reptiles. Who knows what we have over here?
Is that a parrot?
An eclectus parrot. Isn't he a beauty? Find him in far north Queensland. Likes to eat mango and other bits of... Yeah, and they like to molt this time of year, so you can see that it's molting.
There's no doubt about it. Kids are our future, and teaching them to love our local fauna is my top priority. To a lot of city kids, milk, meat and wool are just things you find on a supermarket shelf. Commodities to be purchased or perhaps shoplifted and then sold off illegally on the black market economy. What better place to set them straight than my old mate Tony Scott's High Country Sheep Station.
G'day, Tony. Good to see you again, mate.
You too, Russ.
Yeah, how you been?
Good.
Yeah, got a few head of sheep that need doing?
Yeah, got to shear a few, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Want a hand?
I'd love a hand.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Oh, and I won't pull the wool over your eyes.
Scotty's a top bloke and always up for a laugh. We were set for some good times. There's no doubt about it. Aussies believe in helping each other out. Tony had a big mob to get through and I was happy to lend him a hand. Of course, you put 2 red-blooded Aussie blokes side by side in a shearing shed and it doesn't take long before a bit of friendly competition gets underway. I was a little scratchy at first, but soon got into the swing of things. Shearing sheep is something you never forget. The whir of the clippers, the smell of the boards, the back-breaking pride in a job well done. I'll tell you what, it's a sheer delight. And it wasn't long before we both had our first sheep shorn. It was a pretty tight finish, but let's just call it a dead heat.
Just found something I'd like to show you. These are animal tracks. Now, a lot of people mistake these tracks for a crocodile, but I can guarantee you these are the tracks of a turtle. Now, up there, there'd be a nest with some eggs in it, and the mother's come down here, gone out to get some food. Crocodile track is a lot different to that. Come down here and I'll show you the difference. So what you've got with a crocodile track is you've got a stronger drag point at the start. So that's a strong drag point that you can see the head of the crocodile. Then you see the footprints down there, and you'll see a strong drag point this way. This is obviously going out this way, and that's a turtle, and that is a crocodile. That's a.
This outback man had finally reached Woodfield Station, just in time for the muster. Their muster takes place annually or twice a year, whichever comes first. And blokes travel from near and far to lend a hand.
How are you, mate? Ronnie?
There you go, Russ.
Hey, Chris?
It was great catching up with some old mates.
Colin?
And naturally enough, we had a fair bit to catch up
How
on.
you doing, all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, tell you what's looking a bit dry out there, even those camels will be thirsty. You been busy?
Yeah, pretty busy, Russ. We've got a couple unready cattle to muster tomorrow.
Sure beats working.
We thought you might give us a hand mustering in tomorrow, Russ.
Oh, well, as long as there's a beer in it for me at the end. Anyway, do you want to go inside and have a drink? Let's go. There's no need to laugh at everything I say. No, seriously, just don't laugh, okay?
I tell you what, that beer sure went down well. On a big cattle property like this, there's always work to be done. And it wasn't long before I was in the thick of things, helping to brand a few baby calves.
Right there now, mate?
Thanks, mate. Okay, settle down, little fella. Let's go and do some branding. And what we got here is a branding iron. So if this heifer is ever lost or stolen, we'll know exactly where he's from. This won't take a second. There you go. A lot of people don't like branding. They prefer ear tags. I don't. They can get fly blown, bloodied, caught on fences and gates. I much prefer branding. It's a cleaner and safer way to go.
Smoko time. I guess one of the reasons people become addicted to outback life is the characters who live out here, each with his own story to tell. And there's nothing like sharing a few yarns over a cup of billy tea.
I'll tell you what, I needed that. I guess you blokes have moved a few cattle over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody hell, yeah, you've seen some pretty special sights.
Oh, yeah. Very special.
Yeah. You had a few tales to tell. Yeah. A lot of bloody action out there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes things go wrong, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Like anything. All the time.
Yeah.
But enough chatting. We had a mob of cattle to round up and it was time to get to work.
Spin it back, spin it back, spin it back!
A lot of people might be surprised that we still use lassos out here in the bush. But with truly wild cattle, it's often the only way.
Easy.
One of the blokes will try and drive up alongside a steer, then it's just a question of slipping a noose around its neck and bringing him to the ground.
Okay.
All Aussie Adventures, pack up your swag, let's go. All Aussie Adventures. All Aussie Adventures, time